get started though, my friends, raise your hand if you've ever heard of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. before. And it's okay if you haven't, my friends, you might learn about him later on in school. But what can you tell me about him, my friends? What do you know?
That he gave a speech called I Have a
Yeah, you're right. His most famous speech, the I Have a Dream speech he gave in Washington. What else do you know, my friend, in the back? Last day was yesterday, obviously, but that's why we are doing the science show to celebrate him, my friends. The character in our story we're reading today kind of does what he did as well. So let's go ahead and read the crayon box that talks. While walking in a toy store the day before today, I overheard a crayon box with many things to say. I don't like red, said Yellow, and Green said, nor do I. And no one here likes orange, but no one knows just why. None of the crayons like each other, friends. We are a box of crayons that doesn't get along, said Blue to all the others. Something here is wrong. Well, I bought that box of crayons and took it home with me and laid out all the colors so the crayons could all see. They watched me as I colored with red and blue and green and black and white and orange and every color in between. They watched as green became the grass and blue became the sky. The yellow sun was shining bright on white clouds drifting by. Colors changing as they touched, becoming so they colored, they watched. The picture is complete. The end, my friends. Did you like that story? It's a pretty good story. Isn't it? Orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I'll throw in pink, black, brown. There's so many different colors, my friends. We are going to make a rainbow surprise down here. We have red, yellow, and blue. These are the primary colors of paint. But when we mix them together, we can create all the other colors. What's our first color of the rainbow, my friends? You can shout it out if you know. Red, great job. Do you have a question or comment? Yeah, that's really cool, isn't it? Do we know what comes after red, my friends?
Orange.
Orange. What two colors do you think I need to mix together? What do you think, my friend?
Blue.
Red and yellow, great job. We're gonna add a little bit of red and a lot more of our yellow to make our orange today. What's after orange?
Yellow.
Yellow, great job, my friends. What's after yellow?
Blue.
Great, good job. What two colors do you think I need to mix? What do you think, my friend?
Blue and yellow.
Good job, my friend. Is that what you were gonna say too?
Yeah.
Blue and yellow. We're gonna add a little bit of our blue, a lot more of our yellow again to create our green. What's after green?
Blue.
Blue, good job. And what's our final color of the rainbow, my friend? Purple. What two colors do I need to mix? My friend in the back. Red and blue, great job. We'll put these together and make our purple. We're gonna save this until the very end, my friends. It's very fun, but now we're gonna learn a little bit more about light and colors. Let's see, do we know what color is coming out of the flashlight?
White.
It's white light, my friends. Did we know that white light has all of the colors of the rainbow in it? It's pretty cool, and I'll prove this to you in just a little bit. But let's see, what color is this ball?
Blue.
It's blue. So all the lights in the room right now are hitting the outside of the ball. Most of the colors are being absorbed or taken in, but the blue color is being reflected back to our eyes, which is why we can see the blue color on the outside. All right, friends, we're going to turn down the lights. There'll still be some in the back for you to see. There we go. Now we're going to play with some white light on the screen today. We're going to use a prism. This is just a piece of glass with some angles cut into it. This will help refract our light, showing us the rainbow on the inside. So this
A
is
rainbow,
all the colors that
Mom.
make up our white light today. It's pretty cool. Now we're going to go over the primary colors of light. They're a little bit different than our paint, my friends. Our three primary colors of light are green, not green, that's blue, blue, green, there we go, and red. So let's see what happens when we mix these all together. When we have our red with our green, it creates yellow. Our red with blue creates magenta. Let's see what happens when we mix our blue and green together, my friends. This creates cyan, and when we mix all three together, it creates white light. Do you know what color your shadow is, my friends?
Black.
Black. Good job, my friends. Well, let's see. What color are my shadows on the screen? They're all the different colors, aren't they, my friends? It's pretty cool. Light can also create heat, my friends. We're gonna explore this just a little bit more today. We're gonna use my friend here, Mr. Bowbug. Everyone say hi to him. Good job, friends. We're gonna put him inside of this box. Up top we have white paper, and down below we have black paper. So let's see what happens. When we put him up top, it looks pretty bright because all that light, all those colors are being reflected back to us. But when we put him down below, it's a bit dimmer or darker. This is because black actually absorbs light in all those colors, which is why during the summer, if you're wearing black clothing, you're gonna feel a lot more hot than if you wear lighter or brighter colors, my friends. Light also travels in a line, but because of the way our flashlight's designed, it takes up a broader area like we can see on the ground. But if we use something like a laser here, it has a more focalized point we can see on the wall by the door. So we can see where our laser starts, and we can see where it ends over there, but can we see where it's traveling right here? No, we can't, my friends. We need to add something to the air around us where it pulls inside. Now let's see, I have 6 colors, but I only have 2 hands, which means I'm going to need some help, my friends.